माँ, मुझे कुछ दिखाई नहीं दे रहा माँ।
We have had quite the journey with the developments of Adipurush ever since the teaser dropped all the way back last year. From anticipating that it will be the big return that Prabhas fans always wanted to absolutely being in shock and confusion of where the massive budget was invested, tumultuous is an understatement regarding the events associated with this film. The discussion and debate around the film's promotional campaign has been mixed and justifiably so. I remember talking about the first teaser and the number of memes that followed were all pointing towards the smug-like confidence of the makers, thinking just because of the sacred association of the film's text to an Indian epic, the audience will cheer and hoot irrespective of what they see on the big screen. One instantly started reminiscing about the evergreen Ramayan TV show and the animated Indo-Japanese collaboration in the early 90s that seemed like projects where there was such a careful deliberation of details. One thing, however, that has been unanimous ever since the trailer and snippets of the songs have dropped regarding the film was that one slightly was hopeful that the time taken in improving the visuals of the film has really paid off. But is it really so? The love that was poured towards Ajay Atul for the song Jai Shri Ram is totally justified. It almost seemed like the only saving grace of the film that will probably heighten the otherwise underwhelming visuals. While Jai Shri Ram really did make the impact among audiences, I really felt sad that even with a project mounted on such a scale envisioned to be Om Raut's magnum opus after Tanaji, they still remade a classic song in the form of Ram Siya Ram. While still beautiful in its rendition, it's important to point out because it's indicative of the creative process that has gone in making this film. A template format, not a special treatment. A template knowing very well that people will be compelled to celebrate it due to its sacred connection. This is where the marketing of the film, after its initial problems, has gone in overdrive to protect it around the layer of sacredness and holiness. This is where the marketing team is doing most of its promotional events in sacred locations, booking each seat in the theatre for Lord Hanuman and almost creating an atmosphere where criticism of the film is indicative of you being unholy or not loving this epic. This is where I feel it gets extremely tricky because those who love films and want to appreciate or criticize them for the love that they have for movies are judged solely on the merit of the sacred text of Valmiki and the connotation that criticism equates hate. The trailer boasted of a darker tonality, almost as if it masked the otherwise bright and saturated visuals that bordered on being gimmicky in the first teaser. The problem still existed, but one started to think, is this an actual improvement or just a slight color correction to mask the bigger problems? Irrespective, one came to the conclusion that if the visuals don't really hit the home run, probably the performances and music will compensate for it, really putting the bar low for a movie that should have been a knock out of the park from the get-go. For some reason, if the makers thought it was fit to release the action trailer of the film with extreme confidence, there must have been an assessment of it being exceptional. And oh boy, do I think the final trailer probably reinstates the fact that this film is a representation of disaster management, as the effort being put in marketing this film and cushioning its release is far more than the effort that has gone in the details of each frame. The trailer starts off extremely well. Saif Ali Khan seems to have really honed in on the evil intention of Ravan with absolute conviction, especially heightened due to the eerie background score as the Shiv Bhakt in the guise of an ascetic aims to kidnap Sita. However, the animated moment of Ravan flexing his muscle for the Rudraksh beads in his arms bursting out is not only straight out of an over-the-top commercial Hindi action film, it is the antithesis of what Ravan would represent. Being a Shiv Bhakt, this portrayal itself, the action to deem it fit for the film's edit, is reflective of Adipurush's odd tonality. The visuals of the after effects of Jatayu packed the punch, and one started to wonder whether this is going to be an exhilarating marketing snippet indeed, despite its initial flaws. While I squinted my eyes and checked the brightness of my screen several times, I realized that the attempt of the creators is more to hide its incompetence in special effects more than color correcting this film. The visuals are reminiscent of The Long Night in Game of Thrones, where one could not even comprehend what was happening in the line of battle. I also realized through the dialogues, rather than being even remotely close to the essence of the original text, the makers are desperate to make the film relevant in today's time, where Ram, in an angry and aggressive tone, tells the Vanar Sena to protect the honor of Bharat ki beti and the pride of hoisting Vijay ka Bhagwa Dhwaj. This is all a guise to cater to the current environment versus something we would ever envision Lord Ram saying, especially with such a rage-filled tone. The battle sequences with all the characters that are computer generated reflects on being amateurish, and this is an alarming sign as the biggest battle in the final act of the film seems like its weakest quality. The dark portrayal makes it even tougher to formulate the several moving elements, and the choice to hide Saif Ali Khan's look as Ravan is more indicative of fearing backlash than actually increasing the curiosity of the viewer. I still will go with an open slate to watch this film and genuinely hope to be surprised from a screenplay, dialogue and music perspective. But as we keep on convincing ourselves as movie enthusiasts that there will be a silver lining regarding this movie, it's honestly still so disheartening to wonder, where did all the investment go? Prabhas' star power and the sacred text might do a lot for this film, but it's still heartbreaking for those who love this tale and genuine movie lovers. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about the action trailer. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, the handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.